Tanya, a growth marketer at Meritto. I welcome you all to this edition of Illuminate by Meritto. For those who don't know, Meritto is the operating system for student recruitment and enrollments worldwide, trusted by over 1,000 plus education organizations from edtech companies to higher education organizations. Meritto streamlines processes for sales, marketing, admission, finance, and operations team. Meritto empowers 1 billion student engagements annually, processing 100 million inquiries and managing 5 million applications on average. And for those of you who are on to their first Illuminate by Meritto webinar, it is a series of live webinars where we bring you the latest insights, best practices, and technology on everything about student recruitment and enrollment. We host expert speakers from Meritto alongside experts, thought leaders, and decision makers from the world of education, offering unparalleled insights from the education industry. And today we have Dr. Dima Jamali. Dr. Dima Jamali, a global thought leader in sustainability and corporate social responsibility, is the Vice President of University Advancement at Canadian University, Dubai. Recognized among the top 2% most influential global scholars by Stanford University, she has over 20 years of academic leadership, authored 7 books, and published 100 plus international papers. A champion of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, she founded the UN Global Compact Network Lebanon, driving impactful sustainability initiatives. Dr. Jamali's contribution have earned her numerous prestigious awards, solidifying her influence in academia and global CSR. We welcome you, Dr. Dima.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm sure Dima has a lot to share with us about the Canadian University Dubai and herself. But before that, let me give our audiences a brief introduction. So, Canadian University Dubai, a top ranked university in Dubai by QS, is a premier higher education institute in the UAE, offering undergraduate and graduate programs that align with Canadian educational standards. Established in 2006, CUD provides a unique learning environment that blends academic excellence with practical real world experiences. The university offers a wide range of programs across disciplines such as business, engineering, architecture, computer science, and health, all delivered by highly qualified faculty. With strong ties to the global job market and a commitment to innovation, Canadian University Dubai prepares students for success in the interconnected world while fostering a Canadian style educational experience in the heart of Dubai, which says their mission as well. And we also have Shabazz Siddiqui, who is the country head of UAE at Meritto, bringing over 10 years of experience and a proven track record with 1,000 plus education organizations across the UAE and Malaysia region. Leading these regions, he has played a pivotal role in helping institutions fuel their enrollment growth with Meritto's purpose-built solutions, establishing it as a de facto choice for education organizations seeking to enhance their recruitment strategies. Hi, Shabazz.
Thank you, Tanya, for the warm introduction. It's a pleasure to, share the stage with Dr. Dima Jamali and welcome our audience. A very good afternoon.
Thank you, Shabazz. So, without any delay, let's dive into the discussion. Before we dive into the details, Dr. Dima, let's start with you. Could you share a little bit about yourself and about Canadian University Dubai? Like, what sets the university apart from other institutions in the UAE's higher education ecosystem?
So thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to our audience. I'm currently serving as Vice President University Advancement, and prior to that, I was Vice President Academic Affairs at Canadian University Dubai. I think that this university has so much to offer. Particularly, I think our value proposition is that we are the portal to Canadian education. So we facilitate exchange and transfer of students from Canada to Dubai and from Dubai to Canada. All our programs are mapped to Canadian curricula, are aligned with Canadian curricula in such a way that any student that comes and starts their education here can do a transfer to Canada at any point in time and graduate from one of the universities that are part of our consortium. We have over 40 universities, Canadian universities in our consortium, and we do with them student exchange, faculty exchange, research collaboration, curriculum design, and collaboration. So the potential is huge, and I think this is the main value proposition. The other unique I think side of Canadian University Dubai is that we are located at the heart of the city, Dubai, and just facing the financial center, not far from Dubai Mall, in a very strategic location that is very vibrant, and I think it gives a very unique student experience. Last but not least is our special curricula. We're working constantly on updating and our curricula and designing curricula that are aligned with the needs of the market and with industry. And I will speak a little bit more about this, but we've just launched, for example, a new Masters of Artificial Intelligence. We are working on a Masters of Business Analytics. We just launched a Masters in Public Health. We're working on a Masters in Circular Economy, and all of these are based on the needs and the demands of the market. So all of these combined, if you take these three factors combined, you can see that this is a very special place, and I'm privileged to be working here.
That's really fascinating, Dr. Dima. So, I would like to hear your thoughts on the current higher education landscape in UAE. How would you describe it, especially considering how rapidly things are evolving there?
So I think that the higher education landscape is really evolving very quickly, and it is changing in a significant way. And institutions need to position themselves in order to embrace these changes and to be prepared. So everything we know to be true about universities is starting to be changed and to be reinvented. Particularly, there are some key trends that are impacting all higher education institutions, whether in the UAE and globally. And these include digitization and the use of technology. Technology is evolving very quickly. So digitization is an important trend. The rise of the skills of the future, the need to nurture future skills in our students for them to be prepared for the job market. Also, sustainability as a key trend, the need to embed sustainability more into the curriculum. Entrepreneurship and innovation as a key trend that we need to adapt to and to embrace. Research and international collaboration is a very important trend as well that we need to account for. And AI, among technology, particularly with a focus on artificial intelligence, I think the advances in artificial intelligence is something that we need to be mindful of. So there are so many changes in the higher education landscape. And I think that universities need to embrace those changes, to prepare for those changes, or else they risk becoming obsolete. So the faster you act, the faster you position yourself, the more relevant you will be. And if you are bureaucratic, if you have so much inertia, slow in moving, then you risk being left behind because you are going to miss the wave, and what you're offering is not going to be up to standard.
Definitely. It's very exciting time for higher education globally and especially in UAE here. We see that. So Shabazz, let's bring you in. Having worked with so many educational organizations, how would you say the higher education landscape in UAE has evolved over the past decade?
Absolutely. Adding on to what Dr. Dima said, the higher education landscape in UAE has evolved a lot in last past decade. So if I have to tell you, it is mostly driven by the strategic government initiatives, technology innovations, and focus on global competitiveness. So if I have to, give you a concise breakdown of the key pointers, the first is shift towards globalization and international partnership. Like you can see Canadian University having a campus there. There are a lot of other universities that have campus there. Right. Then focus on innovation and technology driven education. Like ma'am was also discussing about AI. In fact, just to let you know, the government has taken an initiative where they have a university by the name of the ruler, Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, right? And there are other research centers which are opening up in different divisions. The third is aligning with the national vision of economic needs. So if you see the Sentinel 2071 vision by Dubai. So the vision is that we should focus on artificial intelligence, renewable energy, health science, space exploration. Then there is again, like I said, rise of research centers where a lot of universities have now come into top 100 research centers, which is a very important landmark or a particular trademark for any of the organizations or universities which are surviving there. Then again, it depends on the diversification of academic offerings. So based on the global and regional demand, a lot of curricula has been changing, like ma'am also explained regarding the AI into data science that they have launched recently into master. That's the need of the hour. We're talking about cyber security, we are talking about sustainable engineering and climate sciences, right? Business and entrepreneurship plays an important role. Then it's also, is focused on increasing diversity and international student enrollment. So UAE hosts around, 100 nationality students who are studying there. So it also gives you a very safe, multicultural, and strategic location that ma'am was also discussing. Right? Whether it's an institute or the entire geography, if I have to talk to you about, it gives you a very safe space, multicultural, things there, and it also gives you strategic location. Next is the global rankings. We have seen, a lot of universities that have raised above the rankings and are competing with the Ivy League colleges in different segments. And the last pointer is entrepreneurship and industry integration. So they have been doing a lot of, entrepreneurship programs which are coming up. They are doing a lot of tie-ups with the industry so that the resources that are getting ready from these particular organizations are industry ready and can be absorbed by the industry. And this was also one of the key pointers in Dubai Future Foundation and Expo 2020's legacy initiatives. So this is how the trend has changed in the past decade for UAE.
You've really highlighted so much things that have changed in just a few years, so much opportunities. So, Dr. Dima, I'm curious from your perspective, what are some unique challenges and opportunities universities in the UAE face when it comes to attracting and retaining a diverse student body?
So I think the main challenges are possibly logistical challenges, like, how much the universities provide scholarships, do they provide accommodation, parking, also, I think this could be an opportunity or a challenge, like what kind of faculty body you have. If you have, for example, an international faculty body and a faculty body that is very high standard. I think this will help you to attract students. But also, if your faculty body is not on par and is not really at the level required, this will play against you. The quality of your programs, the same. So this could be, it's a double-edged sword. It's if you're playing this right, it could be an opportunity. If you're missing it, it's a challenge. Definitely logistics of all kinds. Students care about, what kind of facilities they have, what kind of support they have as students within the university, outside the university. Your academic programs could be a challenge or an opportunity. The quality of your faculty, this could play for you or against you. The quality of your facility, as we said, also like what kind of research is happening in the university, which impacts the ranking. I think students today are very much looking at rankings and where this university stands in terms of local rankings, international rankings, because they want to graduate from a reputable institution. So, and also the extent to which the university supports or is aligned with the key trends, sustainability, innovation and entrepreneurship, digitization that we mentioned just a few minutes ago. So I think all of these factors, the way that you position yourself vis-a-vis each of these factors will either turn this as an opportunity to attract more students or as a challenge to, effectively lose students.
Thank you, Dr. Rima. That really is an interesting point that you made. So now, Shabazz, turning to you, working closely with educational organizations in the UAE, how do you see technology transforming student enrollment processes? We know that there are key advantages of leveraging data-driven technology in managing the student journey, being from initial inquiry to enrollment, then learning, and ultimately student outcomes. So, could you please highlight few key advantages for our audiences who are making notes here?
Certainly, technology is playing a transformative role in student enrollment and managing the entire student journey, whether it's UAE or across the globe. Right? By leveraging data-driven technology, institutions are streamlining the processes, improving efficiency, and enhancing the overall student experience. So, few of the key advantages, right, worth noting for any of the person who is joining this webinar or whenever it will be marketed as, right? The first one is, enhance efficiency and automation. So when I talk about automation, we are talking about the manual task of reviewing an applicant, document verification, sending automated communication, reducing the manual workload. So automating the workflows is very much important. Faster turnaround time. So technology plays a very vital role here. Many of the organizations across the globe are leveraging CRM technologies like Meritto, who are automating the entire enrollment process of a particular organization, because every organization has a different process and a different workflow. They have different norms. So is your technology that you're adopting is adaptive and can be configured based on the flow of your organization? It also reduces the errors. The next is improving decision making with data analytics. So am I using the technology that can give me predictive analysis? Can I know based on the historical data what is the enrollment count that I'm going to do? Can it guide me like where exactly my target audience is, what set of campaigns I should run on different technology mediums, or let's say social media platforms, where I can attract these particular students, right? Communication and engagement plays a very important and vital role. So nowadays everyone is using GPTs. So are we using an AI driven chatbot that is working as a counselor on my website or any of my landing pages, giving information to the particular candidates on runtime basis? Is my system so advanced, since we are talking about UAE, where we get global students from 100 plus countries, that it is sending the communication to the candidates based on the stage where they are stuck in the admission process, and that too in an hyper personalized manner? So that is also very much important, like hyper personalized communication, because every geography from where a candidate is coming, they might be using different mediums of communication. In some of the regions, email is more effective, some regions, SMS, and some regions, WhatsApp. So is my technology giving me all that advantage? Improving student experience. So are we having a portal where a student can come with ease rather than bombarding you with a lot of emails? He can raise his queries, he gets the resolution on runtime basis. Learning outcomes is also important. Is our technology end to end integrated? Right? Are we giving the end to end, analysis of the particular student right from where they have taken the admission until the time they are graduating from there? Similarly, there are other small technology that can be used in terms of global outreach. Is virtual admission assistant, cloud-based solutions that are scalable. That is also an important factor to consider while evaluating a technology. And it's also important to understand what is the cost that we're going to invest. Is it helping us to optimize our ROIs, the technology, rather than just removing the workload? Is it optimizing my man hours, the cost, that it is giving me predictive analysis, effective data driven decisions can I take? Can it help me out in figuring it out how we can improve the quality of the students who are getting enrolled? So this is where technology can be used or leveraged, in terms of automating or the entire enrollment process.
Technology is really shaping the future, isn't it?
Yes.
Dr. Dima, speaking of technology, you talked about AI, you talked about digitization. So let's dive deeper into it. Like, how has Canadian University Dubai embraced it, not just academically, but also in the administrative processes and throughout the student journey?
So technology is a key transformational uh, agent, it can really help to transform your institution if you capitalize on it properly, and it's a game changer. At Canadian University Dubai, we have integrated different learning management systems. We have, for example, a Moodle that we use to support the learning process, blended and online learning. So we do quite a bit of blended learning. So especially in our professional training courses, we use a lot of interactive tools like Mentimeter, like Kahoot. We use a lot of interactive case studies and simulations also, which are very fun, interactive, make the learning process much more enjoyable. So our students have access to different databases. All of this is facilitated by technology, which facilitates their research. They have access, they can utilize AI also. So we have guidelines that support the use of AI in the learning process. So all of this is supporting, in addition to an Oracle system, a very good management information, student information system, management information system. So all of these combined means that CUD is capitalizing on technology as a game changer to enhance the learning process, to enhance the student experience, to enhance the faculty experience. And I think this is what we want to see across higher education institutions in order to be able to compete and thrive.
It sounds like Canadian University is leading the way when it comes to integrating technology. I'm sure it has already streamlined a lot of your processes there in the university itself.
Absolutely, it has, and we will continue to invest more and more in this area because we realize it's extremely important.
Right, right. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, Shabazz, speaking of enhancing the student experience, what trends or tools have you observed that universities in the UAE particularly are adopting to improve the student experience? Anything in particular that stands out that you've seen in your experience of so many years?
Absolutely. Certainly, many of the universities in UAE are adopting to cutting edge, tools and trends that defines the student experience. Like ma'am has already said, most of the universities are adopting to it. If I have to, tell you what are the specific tools or the new trending tools that are being used for student experience. So first is obviously AI, which is, the talk of the hour. So AI powered chatbots is something that organizations are using, whether it's the recruitment process or managing their entire knowledge base, so that the students can create their own gpts, they can come, they can interact, they can get the knowledge from the gpts. Then comes smart campus infrastructure, where I have seen a lot of organizations across UAE using systems which are IoT driven, right? They are using digital attendance system, interactive screens, gamification. If I talk about VR and AR, so they are using a lot of labs which are giving them knowledge based on the VR AR reality. Learning management systems, like ma'am has also said, that it's a blend of students who are not coming on full-time basis to the particular campus. So they're giving the learning management system where the student can gain the knowledge based on their flexibilities, right? Again, in terms of mental health and well-being, they are using other systems which are keeping a tab on the mental health and well-being of the students. Gamification is now playing a very vital role with AI. Like I was recently reading one of the seeing the interviews of Elon Musk, who has said, education should be as addictive as going and playing the games, video games. So gamification has also come into picture. And then again, blockchain and credential analysis is something that many of the universities and organizations have adopted, where they are giving the credentials, even the certifications. You need not to validate them manually. The QR code is there. So through blockchain, it is accepted across the globe, right? So these are the technology tools that are being used in terms of enhancing the student experience, whether it's recruitment during their duration with the university while accomplishing their degree, or after completing their degree as well.
Absolutely. I love that you're highlighting these trends. So, me particularly, who has just graduated, post graduated from a university, I myself used to love such technologies that helped us, enhance our experiences, be it gamification, VR, AR, GPTs. So, yes, I agree with you absolutely. So, moving ahead, global partnerships are definitely becoming more central to education today. Dr. Dima, in your opinion, what does it take to prepare a student to thrive in this interconnected, globalized economy?
I think that the more the students are exposed to global curricula and global themes within these curricula, the more they are prepared. More importantly, I think it's the skills that you nurture within your curricula that is important. So now there is a lot of talk with the World Economic Forum about the skills of the future. These are the top skills that students need in order to master, in order to be prepared to hit the job market ready. And I think these involve critical thinking, problem solving, creativity and originality, leadership and social influence, resilience, and mastering technology, or like the proper use of technology. So I think the more we are able to impart these skills in our students, the more we are able to integrate these skills in the curriculum and also in extracurricular activities, nurture these skills through both curricular and extracurricular activities, the more you are positioning your student for success, at the time he graduates from the university, whether he wants to enter the job market, whether he wants to travel to work abroad, whether he wants to continue his studies abroad. So I think that this is extremely important. And also exposing students to research, because we know that, students need to have like at least some minimal skills in conducting research, because we need this research for lifelong learning, So I would summarize my answer that, the global curricula, the more you have global curricula, the more you're preparing your students for the global market, the more you integrate the skills of the future into your curricular and extracurricular activities, the more you're preparing your students for the future job market. And some exposure to research and lifelong learning skills is also extremely important. This combination would be extremely helpful for students, of future students, I would say.
Absolutely agree with you. I mean, like preparing students to thrive in a globalized economy actually does require a multifaceted approach. And first and foremost, being starting from having a global mindset. So I agree with you. You have actually, really, very really captured the essence of global readiness for the students. So Shabazz, turning to you, what strategies do you think that institutes in the UAE can use to position themselves as a global academic hub? Any tips that you would like to share with the audiences or the universities looking to expand their global presence?
Absolutely. In my opinion, the first and foremost, like Dr. Jima was also telling, is foster international partnerships, because UAE is a global city, or you can say a global country where you are getting students from across globe. So if you are fostering international partnership with different curricula, adopting to that, that is one important factor that a student will evaluate. Second is prioritization of research and innovation, because it's important that you're contributing to the economy. So what set of research and innovation your particular university or college is providing, that is putting a part, or making a dent across the globe, that is also important. Third is quality and the accreditation. So when I talk about accreditation, a student who is sitting in a different country will get to know about your organization from your website, from the research that he or she is going to do on the web, right? So they're going to research about what is the ranking of the particular organization globally, what set of facilities they're going to get, what is the value proposition that they're going to get. So accreditation is always going to be important, and quality as well. Then leveraging digital and flexible education modes, because in UAE many of the students who are coming, they're also seeking jobs, or they are more into working, enhancing skills, having practical knowledge. You should have a flexible education model where, whether it's part-time, online, or full-time, all the modes should be available to the particular student to gain the knowledge. And then build a diverse student and faculty body, like ma'am was telling, training the faculty members or the student body, uh, keeping a tab on your alumni where they are going on, right, and having a touch with them. And then strengthening industry connections, because all the persons who are coming and taking the degrees from any of the organization is gonna work in the industry, right? Whether it's part-time, whether it's as a consultant, or they're gonna contribute being an entrepreneur. So it's important that whatever education or whatever positioning that we are doing, we are having the industry connections and we are making the students, right, industry ready as well.
Great insights, Shabazz. So much to think about when it comes to going global, right?
Yes.
So, Dr. Dima, as we're near the end, near to the end of our conversation, what advice would you give to the universities looking to align themselves as the UAE's vision for academic excellence and innovation, like just like that Canadian university is doing in UAE?
Yeah, I mean, the UAE is determined to be a leader in global education and to be a hub for the best universities, for the best talent, whether students or in the workplace. They want a world-class education system. They want global rankings, international accreditations, local and international accreditations. They want to nurture student achievement. They want to embrace innovation and technology. They want to promote research and development. And they're very keen to build the human capital and in the human talent in all its phases. So any university that wants to thrive in the UAE has to align itself with this compelling vision. It is a compelling vision because if you look at the elements that I just cited, these are the elements of success for any university in this current age. You need to have, a world-class curricula. You need to nurture research and innovation. You need to attract talent, whether student talent, faculty talent. You need global accreditations. You need to invest in the skills of the future and in futuristic curricula. So all of these are, and you need to embrace the trends. The trends are digitization, sustainability, innovation and entrepreneurship, skills of the future. So I think the UAE is very much aware and well positioned to become like a leader in global education because of its vision, but also because of the ministry that is helping to implement this vision and making it a reality, through concrete measures, through follow up with universities. I think the level of regulatory compliance that we see here or oversight that we see here from the Ministry of Higher Education. Now it's has been renamed as Ministry of Higher Education and Research. I think this is going to be a key driver for more and more success. Inshallah.
For that now. It's definitely going to be helpful for universities aiming to stay ahead. Finally, Shabazz, from a technology partner's perspective, like what key takeaways would you offer to institutions looking to enhance their enrollment and engagement strategies when they're, trying to enhance the student experiences and throughout the journey of student?
Absolutely. So in terms, from a lens of a technology partner, the first is adopt to an end-to-end enrollment management system, right? Adopt to a system that can automate your entire automation process, right? So you can use CRMs like Meritto or any other CRM which is available in the market that can automate your entire end-to-end journey. Right? Automation plays a very important role. So all the manual processes, like we have discussed, in our previous questions as well, right? Whether it's document validation, whether it's follow-up emails, rolling out the offer letters, right? Auto calculation of scholarships. Can that be done, right? Do we have omni-channel communication? So your system, whichever you are adopting, it should have omni-channel communication system, whether it's email, SMS, WhatsApp, chatbot, or social media. The second, as a technology partner, it's important that any technology that you're adopting, right, should leverage data and do predictive analysis. Should let you know what are the challenges that you guys are facing, what are the trends, so that based on the trends and data, the data-driven decision can be taken. Enhance personalization across the student journey. So, a student who's taking the career decision, it's important that you are sending the information through a correct channel and that too in a very hyper personalized manner, understanding at what exactly is the stage where the candidate is stuck. So your tool should be able to automate that particular thing. You should have virtual counselors now with AI coming into picture. Then it's important that you are integrating and investing in AI for automation and engagement. That means, like we have discussed, you can create chatbots, right? You can create chatbots who are helping you as a virtual counselors or providing 24 into 7 support to a particular student who wants to take enrollment in your organization. Then it's important, that you are monitoring and improving the particular campaigns that you are running. So that is important to analyze the website traffic, inquiries, which countries you are getting the inquiries, how the particular candidate is completing the application, how many days they are taking, what are the places where they're getting stuck. Do we have tools that are helping them if they're getting stuck in the application process? And it's important as an organization to analyze where exactly is the drop off point for the student, identify the bottlenecks, use insights, right? Predictive analysis. There should be, you can use different type of analytics that can let you know what are the numbers that are going on so that you can build your data on that. Prioritize student success beyond enrollment. That means irrespective of whether the student is taking the admission or not, we are giving them a better guidance for their future, right? Rather than just doing a sale, the student, because it's their career decision. So it's important to understand whether a student is taking admission or not. We are giving them the right guidance. So these are the important pointers that can be considered.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Dima and Shabazz, for sharing your invaluable insights with us today. From exploring the evolution of UAE's higher education landscape to understanding how technology is reshaping student recruitment and enhancing the student experiences, your perspectives have been eye opening. Dr. Dima, your thoughts on sustainability, innovation, digitization, and entrepreneurship, the world class curricula, and the global partnerships are truly inspiring. And Shabazz, your experience with data driven solutions and technology like automation, data analytics, communication and engagement has shed light on how educational institutions can effectively streamline their processes and grow their enrollments. So it's clear that both of you are leading the way in making higher education more inclusive, innovative, and global in scope. And as our conversation draws to a close, I appreciate the valuable insights shared by expert speakers. So, before concluding, let's see if we have any questions from our audiences. And I would request our speakers to pick those.
Yes, I guess there is one question. I'll read it out loud, and probably Dr. Dima, with her experience, will be able to answer it, right? So there is a question
Right.
by Dr. Adam, which is, speaking of AI, many universities in the US created or in the process of creating AI bots to start teaching specific courses, such as Harvard, right, or any other Ivy League college. How close do you think we are in the UAE to witnessing this?
So the UAE, I think, is moving on par at an incredible speed to integrate AI into the learning process. And I think that we're now seeing not only the AI tools that are being integrated to support the learning process, but also AI curricula. So, for example, I mentioned that we have our first Masters of Artificial Intelligence that we just launched at Canadian University, Dubai, and that's starting to pick up with a lot of interest by students. And I think we need to see more of these programs that have, AI at their core, because this is a key skill and a key area that's going to be in demand for the future. So yeah, I would say that the UAE is following closely the footsteps of the USA in this regard.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for taking that up. And before we wrap up, I would like to ask our audiences if you have any further questions, you have a window of 2 minutes and you can drop a question there and our speakers would be happy to answer those. And as our conversation draws to a close, I appreciate the valuable insights shared by both as expert speakers. While our discussion has been insightful and engaging, I understand the importance of respecting their time. So let's conclude our webinar here, reflecting on the enriching perspectives exchanged. But before that, one last thing, I would like to ask our speakers to share the final thoughts, or if you had to highlight one defining factor that will shape the future of higher education in UAE, what would it be? So, starting with Dr. Dima.
I would say it is digitization and embracing technology in all its forms and shapes. I mean, we highlighted the key trends, they're all equally important and dear to my heart, whether sustainability, whether innovation and entrepreneurship, whether international collaboration, for example, research and innovation in research. But digitization is, I think, a game changer. So I would stick with that.
Thank you, ma'am. Shabazz?
I think technology integration is going to play a major role, right? Because it covers most of the parts that we have discussed, right? Whether it's attracting student, engaging students, retaining students, curricula, right? So technology integration at any level, be it, we are talking, like Dr. Dima also mentioned, research, right? Getting, let's say, even if I have to get a ranking, so if I have to create reports, audit, so technology is going to be, technology integration at any part in your organization, starting from attraction till the time the candidate is becoming an alumni or getting industry ready. I guess is gonna will be the defining factor, in my opinion, that will shape the future of higher education in UAE.
Thank you. Thanks again. And I see there's no more questions from the audiences, so let's conclude it. So again, once again, thank you to our speakers for your valuable insights. It was quite an insightful conversation for me, and I'm sure for the audiences as well. And thanks to our audiences for joining us today. Your engagement is what makes Illuminate by Meritto a valuable experience. And we look forward to seeing you in our next webinar, which is tomorrow, where we're diving deep into the KPIs that are essentials for driving enrollment growth of your institution in UAE. Until then, thank you and continue to drive excellence in education. Goodbye.
Thank you.